Hello everybody. We are back again, and I can see the poll is going, and please don't vote for Redditors. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to draw that. Retro cartoon sounds a lot more doable. Or revisit previous options. That's fine too. Hi Luke. Audio's fine, but the fan is crazy right now. Okay, well, I don't have any fabric to cover it with. You sound so cool, oh my god. No, thanks. Thank you. Audio does seem good this time for once. Yeah, I don't know how to make it better than it is. Jasper's better at that kind of stuff than I am. Hi Marshall, thank you for joining us. Isn't it gonna pull on the cord? Okay. Double Marshall. I think we're gonna be doing retro cartoon, because I need to start drawing, and it looks like that one is winning so far. Marshall 2 just dropped. Perfect. Okay, let me pull up some reference pictures really quick, because while I can kind of picture retro cartoons off the top of my head, I don't want to guess. Okay, yeah, pretty much exactly what I was picturing. We're doing the classic noodle arm with big white glove and very cartoony eyes. Yeah, we'll just use this picture of Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse as a reference. That works. Let's, as usual, start with Hazel. So you're gonna be a lot rounder and probably shorter, even though she is pretty, well, no, she's classically tall. We'll make her continue to be tall. We'll just give her kind of a smaller torso, I think. That reminds me we need 30-minute Control F's reminders. Thank you. Kind of add a little bend to the leg so it looks more noodly. No, facing same direction. Okay, so I posted Graycove RPG's most recent update on Reddit, and people were nice, but some people are upset with me because Hazel can't say yes. Like, they wanted her to say yes, and people were posting sad images and rip all over the comment section. That's crazy. Okay. And then we want the classic, really big eyes. And the bean-shaped mouth. It's still used a lot. You see it in like Gravity Falls and a lot of those kind of cartoons. And people complain about it, but I kind of like it. It's just a very nice, like, soft, round look to the style. I think we need to move her head forward a little bit. That is a mistake I make when I'm drawing Hazel a lot, is I'll kind of center her head over top of her torso. When it needs to be forward just a little bit. Oh, there's a Discord now. That's funny. Sometimes they kind of just stand like the little bend in the arms. Actually, Hazel needs to be taller. These do not befit. Oop. That means her arms need to be a bit longer as well. Crispy, I want people to join the Discord though. Yeah, we're probably not going to join the Discord, just because, I mean, I can't speak for Jasper, but for myself, I'm probably not going to join it just because I already have so many social media things that I check every single day, and I mentally cannot handle another one. Okay. Let's drop them like little mittens first. That'll be an easier way for me to do it. And then I think, like, the classic cartoon is they have, like, the little gloves, but I think I'm just gonna give her the 2 fingers like usual, but it's still classic white glove. I wonder if you'll give Hazel the Minnie Mouse style shoes for her. I mean, I was planning on just doing the classic, like, sneakers, or whatever it is in the style. Fun fact, before the classic Steamboat Willie, there was a different cartoon that they made first called, I think it was Plain Crazy. And it's a weird one. It has Minnie Mouse in it, I believe, and it's not... It's a little unconsenty at one point. It doesn't hold up by today's society. But there were a lot of really kind of messed up cartoons being made in that time period. We watched a lot of them in social class in high school and in the animation program. Okay. I was gonna give her the rounder body type, but this does not suit her very well. She's gotta remain long. And little tail. Crispy's been showing me some stuff on the game in secret, and oh boy, all its peak. What the heck, Crispy? We don't get to see the secret game updates? Although seeing the most recent one was very fun. So I can't complain. Over just a little bit. That's better. Oh, I'm dumb. I put this foot on backwards. Let's fix that real quick. That is... Actually, that's a redraw. We're not doing that. That is the hard part of trying to draw and read and talk at the same time. You miss silly little obvious things, like a foot being backwards. I really like these shoes, to be honest. I feel like they don't quite suit her, but I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm being nitpicky. Give her her necklace. Oh yeah, Jasper sneezes in the background. Sorry, Marshall, but I have to hold game stuff off. Luke is great to bounce ideas off of. Well, that's good. Should've done this part of the stuff, so we'll take that. You'll all be happy to hear my wrist might actually be broken instead of sprained. We don't know anymore. Oh, that's not good. I think in this style, because there's not a whole lot of space by her eye, we'll move the spots so there'll be like little accents on this side. Maybe we'll just do like 2 or 3. Let's do 3. I'll switch up her design a little bit. And then give her a belly patch, but it'll be a lot rounder than usual. She looks so goofy. Okay, let's do Griff next. Okay, I think I know how I want to do it. I think we're gonna give him like the classic angry arms. He's a grumpy fellow. Jasper, I saw microwave say, I hope you heal immediately after you message no you don't microwave. That's funny. They usually, oh no, they usually have 3 lines. Jasper gaslights, gatekeeps, and curl passes. Classic dog snout. I don't think I've ever drawn in this style before. It's kind of fun. I always like really round, bubbly art styles. Okay, Jasper posted the Discord server link for you guys. Okay, how do they usually do ears? Okay, they have spiky ones that they use for cats. That works. Yeah, we'll give him the pizza slice highlight. And then just the single cheek fluff. No, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that's better. Downward angle. Okay, why are we making Griff look like the villain here? Because I felt like it. Okay, he usually has his neck fluff and I don't want to get rid of that, so I think we'll move his head a bit lower. Make him a little more stout looking. Yeah, I don't know where they would get chocolate or an EpiPen from, so that one is definitely non-canon for that part. But the whole thing of Hazel working as like a healer herbalist position is accurate. Because that's what her dad does. Can you guys hear Jasper making food in the background? That's better. Thank you, the Fix-It gal. That's very nice of you. I don't know how they usually draw tails, because I'm not really seeing any references in my very short amount of Google searches. So I'm just guessing. Going off of vibes. Those big eyebrows. Oh, feels so bad. Let's try that again. Can you make Russell look like Foghorn Leghorn? Give me a minute. I can try. That's not exactly the art style that we're going for. I would love to make a Hazel or Russell plush, but as a nerd I don't know how to make heads or tails of the blueprints. Yeah, we might do like a video kind of walkthrough of making one at some point, and by we I mean Jasper 100%. Or just like a really quick, easy tutorial. Bean-shaped eyebrows. Let's keep it simple. I think that looks good for the most part. This is still just a rough sketch, so. Okay. The rooster guy does not fit the like classic retro art style that we're going for here, so I'm not gonna draw him as Foghorn Leghorn, because while that is, I guess, a retro cartoon now, it is not as retro as this style. Sipping the haterade, I see. Yep. Okay, we're gonna give him a similar nose as Griff, but it's gonna be longer. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with chat, and you guys are going off fast. I'm having a hard time keeping up, but I see a lot of people calling each other retro. And Jasper mad at me because I don't want to try the rooster guy. We'll give Russell the circular, weird looking torso that Mickey Mouse has, I think. This looks bad. Let me try again. This is reminding me of one of my animation teachers talking about working on like an old school Mickey Mouse like short episode or something. I don't think he was on Mickey Mouse for super long. And he said when they got like the style guide on how to draw Mickey Mouse, because they always have some kind of like style Bible guide, whatever, to follow, so that all of the artists are drawing in the exact same style. And he's like, yeah, so pretty much it just came down to just draw a lot of circles. It's all circles. And then you connect those circles with some lines. You give him arms, but he's just circles. I think an episode of Futurama was done in this style. It's been a long time since I watched it. He's gonna go commit some crimes. Yeah, very rotund. Are we doing Russell? Yeah, this is Russell. Russell's looking pretty good. That's good. Follow the curve of his head like this for the ears. Keep wanting to make them really pointy. They need to be kind of rounded. And I think purposely off kilter like this looks good for him. And give him the upward swoop, cheek fluff. Can I say thank you again, once again, for the stargazing page? I love that indescribably. Well, that's good. I'm glad you like it. If you end up coloring it, post a picture of it somewhere, it'd be nice to see. I've had one person send me a filled-in coloring page, but I think that's it so far. He looks like an insane person. That's okay. I don't like these hands. Yeah, I did all three for Bluey, and they were also Western for some reason. I don't remember why. There was an Animal Crossing one, but I think we only drew Griff for that one. I think that was near the end of the stream, and I was getting tired, so I wasn't gonna do all three. Ugh, I do not like these hands. We're getting near the end of this one, so make sure to... So we're gonna need another vote soon. Are you talking about the woolly mammoth? I missed some stuff. How did we get here? Yeah, Ben would be heavy. Why are you looking for... Working on it? Okay. Emma is a grizzly bear. Okay, this tail is too long. Yeah, let's start over. Oh, yep, thank you. Control S. I saved, we're good. guys up a bit. Honestly, this art style's simple enough. I could probably jump straight into line art with this. Why not? While I wait for you guys. I have Doghouse posters still up at my room. I need to put some Graycove posters over them to get with the times. I guess that means we have to make posters. What's TF2? Team Fortress? You guys make me realize how many series I'm unaware of. Okay, Team Fortress 2. Yeah, I'm remembering now. I did Russell in the outfit of one of the characters. No, it's okay, Marshall. I drew my own Doghouse posters when I was a mega fan. I just need to get motivated enough to do the same for Graycove. I'm tired. That's valid. I should do some kind of poster at some point. Or something. I don't do a lot of drawings that are larger than like 8.5 by, I think, 11 inches. Because it's just like a standard page printing size. So to make a poster, I'd have to do something a lot larger. And it'd probably take me a while to finish. And one of the issues with making merchandise like that is I'm worried about getting it printed and not having sales or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things that go into it, or just not having the time to like go and get it printed myself and mail them all out, but that's something we'll think about. Let's keep this all in line. You'd like a poster of the hyenas. That'd be fun. And like a poster of just making. Yeah, I have to do another coloring page, make it this month, the post for next month. I'm having a hard time coming up with something. I had a list of ideas, and the one underneath stargazing was planetarium, which feels like stargazing twice. So So let me know if you have any particular thing you would like to see in a coloring page, if you're interested in them. Like, obviously I'll come up with something. I just gotta sit down and brainstorm for a few minutes. Yeah, I've made postcards before. I think I just used that, like, Moo printing site, which I don't know if they're the most cost effective, but they do have nice quality. Marshall, what about a coloring page of the characters exploring an old human city? Yeah, I've thought about a couple things that could be fun with that. One of them was them going through, like, a museum, or what's left of a museum. That could be kind of fun. Dinosaur bone. Yeah, part of thinking about the museum was just the horror of what finding like a taxidermy / natural history section of the museum would feel like. Wait, do the Graycove characters know about dinosaurs? A majority would not. If characters like Hazel's family, where they purposely go out and like try and find books and stuff like that, they might come across a book about dinosaurs, but even then, depending on it, they might think that it's fiction, depending on the character. So, a few might know about dinosaurs. I don't know if I want Hazel and the family specifically to. The nice thing about live streaming, oh my god, is that if anyone ever tries to accuse me of using AI, you can look back and be like, nah, look at this idiot try to draw a circle 6 times in a row and keep failing. That's not AI at all. Down with AI? Yeah, I hear you. I am with you on that one. Spot this up a bit. think whatever happened, you've been doing hour-long streams. They're making process AI can only do a bad 15-second time lapse of art being created. Oh, read the pinned one. I think we'll have some great poster shots in this chapter, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, I think we will. I'm working on one right now that I think could be an interesting poster shot. I'm excited for you all to see it in a couple of weeks. When would it go up? Maybe on the... No, not the 26th. Maybe July 3rd? I have no idea. I'm confused. But yeah, the page I'm currently working on has some interesting shots. Yeah, maybe in between chapter 7 and 8 we'll try and whip up some posters. Okay, I think we're just gonna do the Hazel line art for this one. And then we'll move on to the next prompt. Just because you guys are pretty much finished voting for it. I think I'm gonna use this one for the next like completed stream art because I really like this art style. It better be 4K with rendering akin to the Renaissance. I better be able to see every single tuft on Hazel's body and every cell of a leaf, then I'll consider buying a poster of that. If I put that much work into it, where it's oil painting quality, I think it's just gonna be a straight up, like, canvas print, not even a poster. That's too fancy to go on a poster. Funny enough, one of the first like oil paintings I tried doing, because I've only ever really painted with acrylic paint and a little bit of watercolor, was just like a woman sitting on a chair with like very fancy dress, except with a deer head, but like realistic one. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's very pretty. And I think the hands have like those full, like those really long fancy lace gloves that like go up to the elbow. Wait, Marshall, can you help me out with something? What breed of dog would Hazel and Russell be? I'm gonna make a doghouse style AU. I feel like Hazel would be the like Borzoi? Is that what they're called? Those very long dogs. Borzoi? Or something similar to that. Maybe one of those, oh no, not what I'm thinking. Griff as a pit bull. I'm surprised you didn't pick something that's not more, I don't know, wolf looking, like a German Shepherd. Yeah, any of the sight hounds, just long. Yeah, husky. Boar's always too fluffy for Hazel. Yeah, a little bit. For some reason, like, for face shape, I was thinking of those, like, long-haired collies. But yeah, that's way too fluffy. And I can kind of see Russell being a corgi, like Jasper said. Shepherds do not... No, I just mean, like, a larger, like, pointy-eared dog. You have to, like, do, like, a mix of dogs to get them to have, like, that wolf look. And shepherds can kind of help with that, but definitely not, like, purebred shepherd. That's fun. And there's a short where Griff says he's a hound dog. I liked making that one a lot. They turned out super cute. I like retro style Hazel. She's very goofy. Okay, so Griff is gonna be a soldier, it looks like. Give me 1 second. Soldier. Okay, that looks doable. Just quickly name this retro and make it disappear. Do drawings usually take this long? When I'm off stream, definitely not. I can draw a lot faster than this when I don't have an audience that I have to respond to. I'm dipping, but I joined your coffee. Well, thank you, Fix-It Gal. Thank you for joining us for the stream. Hopefully we can see you for the next one. Put him in the deep helmet. Okay. It looks like this character's carrying like a bazooka or something over his shoulder. It's not a Google thing, I just mean don't show his eyes. Yeah, I assumed as much. I'm looking at the character right now. Yeah, I'll do his snout like here-ish. So the helmet will go to like here. It's to protect his ears from artillery going off. Or whatever it is that he shoots. I'm gonna give him the pants, but I'm not gonna give him the boots. He just gets little feet. His little feet wouldn't fit in a boot. This guy has really weird pants. It's like a jacket that kind of goes like this. And a high-waisted belt. And a strap going across. I feel like medic makes the most sense considering her background, but entirely up to you guys. It looks like he has grenades on his chest. Some kind of patch. Here, actually, let's get rid of his neck tuft. I'll just say it's tucked into a shirt. Spy and sniper have the right frame for Hazel, though. Yeah, but it's not about frame, because it's still gonna be Hazel's frame. It's about what suits her character. Medic lost his medical license. Well, Hazel doesn't have a medical license because that's not a thing for them. Yeah, like Crispy said, you gotta go for the character over design. But also, I can't tell you what to vote for, so do as you wish. Hazel literally goes from pharmacy to pharmacy if you think about it. That's funny. This picture I'm looking at is so small. Let me see if I can find a better one. Okay, the exact same picture, slightly different angle. That doesn't help me at all. Okay, that's a much better picture. Alright. Man, I could go for some sushi. Me too, dude. Okay. Okay, that's actually not a great reference picture. That's okay. I think I need to make this part a bit smaller. I learned it from the Scholastic Book Fair fun fact books. Man, Scholastic Book Fairs were the best. I think the only thing I remember ever buying at those, despite wanting to buy everything on the table, was a book called like Dogzilla, and it was just straight up photographs of like a corgi, but photoshopped so it's like destroying a city, and I don't remember the plot at all. I just remember the weird corgi Photoshop. I think it was a corgi. I put his hand in the wrong spot. Yes, Marshall, did you ever get those UV invisible ink pens? No, but I wanted one. I wanted so many of the things. Actually, wait, no, I do remember getting a book set for these dragon books. Oh gosh. There was like a green dragon and an ice one and like a fire one. I think it was like maybe a 3 or 4 book set. And I don't remember if I actually ever finished reading them, but I was very excited by the covers. I stole my invisible ink pen. Oh my god, you thief. You know, I don't think I ever... It wasn't Wings of Fire, it was before Wings of Fire existed. Remember our age, Jasper. Yeah, I was definitely eating those smelly erasers straight off the table. Yes, the 3 elemental powers, ice, fire, and green. That's... I think one of them was called, like, the ice dragon, one was called, like, the fire dragon, and the first one had a green dragon on it, but I fully don't remember the name, and I don't think it had anything to do with the type of dragon it was. Okay, I'm not gonna do it, but I am tempted to look it up just to try and find this series, because it's gonna bother me. I think my parents still have them somewhere in their house. Or they might have taken them out to their like cabin or something in case like kids are there so they have something to read. It's a bunch of my old like childhood books are there. Dragon Masters? No, it wasn't Dragon Masters. It was an older, and I'm pretty sure unpopular book series. I don't know if it ever did very well. I don't think I ever saw it when we worked at the bookstore. I just remember the one had a close-up shot of a green dragon's face. And that was it. Oh, I'm doing that very poorly. That looks awful. Let's try that again. Okay. It's like that, and then there's like 2 loops. And then it kind of just shoots out into a funnel shape. Not that much of a funnel shape. And then it rounds. And then there's like a flat disc around the edge. Underworld's for the Ice Dragon, but let's see. Tony Abbott? No, that's not the one. Unless they did a cover design. Like I said, the first one, it's just a green dragon book. I immediately found it. It was called The Fire Within. I'm pretty sure that's the one I had. Book series. Yeah, that's the one. Because the second one is called Ice Fire. I was wrong about the dragon part. Okay. Thank you. That was bothering me so much. Yeah, Last Dragon Chronicles. Okay. I feel better now. Okay. I didn't see your comment as I found it, so we found it at the same time. See, it's like Graycove over here. We used to do this for work. People would come in and they'd be like, "Hi, I'm looking for a book. I don't know what the title is, I don't know the author's name, and I know absolutely nothing about the plot, but I can tell you that the cover was red." And that was the hardest part of our job. That just reminded me. I had a kid, when I worked at the bookstore, came up to the counter and he was like, "Okay, I'm looking for this book, don't know the name, don't know the author. It has a volcano, and it has an iPad, and it has a caveman, and like blah blah blah, a bunch of other things that just straight up did not mix together." I spent like half an hour to an hour trying to find this book for this kid who was just so insistent, like, "No, I need to find this book." I finally found it. Can't remember what it is now, but it was just the craziest kids book mishmash of different things I'd seen. And I was like, "Perfect, I found it, we can order it for you, we can get it into the store, would you like to do that?" And he just went, "Nope," and left. And I was filled with rage for the rest of the day. That kid made me so mad. Why did I do all of this? Okay, next he has... Yeah, I got rage baited by a child. That happened a lot at that job. A lot of kids came in the store and like we would have like a kids reading time once a week. And if you did that, then you'd get like a credit with the store. They would give you like, it was like $20 or $30 on your account to buy a book, which is a solid deal because no one wanted to read to kids. And kids are just the best rage baiters. I missed it, but it looks like he has some satchels on his belt. I think that's why Griff is so like that. Yeah. That makes sense. Dude, I always felt so bad for kids who have a hard time reading because the parents would always be like, "My child will not be reading graphic novels, they're not an idiot." Yeah, that is definitely something that I also found really frustrating when we worked there, a lot of people kind of dismiss graphic novels because they have pictures, and I would spend a lot of time like discussing with parents of like, this is a really long series, like there's still a lot of reading on each page, like the panels are pretty small, there's a lot of dialogue in each one. It is still getting them to read and to understand different literary devices, and it can get them interested in books. And it was always kind of a difficult battle. My brother's dyslexic, so he grew up only reading graphic novels, and even now he reads manga. Yeah, so I would encourage a lot of parents, if they came in saying like, yeah, my kid has a hard time with reading, or like they have dyslexia, they just can't keep the attention, I'd be like, please, please, please look at this huge shelf filled with graphic novels that they will probably love. Okay, I think we are pretty much done this rough sketch now. I think I've got all of the details. I wrote an entire college paper about why graphic novels should be considered true literature. That's true, and Jasper quoted me in it. Which feels like it shouldn't count, because we have a web comic, but we're not like a published graphic novel, but it was still very fun. What was the quote? Bro, I have no idea, this is so long ago. I don't remember things I said yesterday. Okay, what was the vote again? Right, medic for Hazel, sweet. Never realized bookstore is that exciting. Yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite retail jobs I've had. Oh, by the way, Marshall, if you ever get a P.O. box or whatever place to send stuff to, I would like to send y'all my Bob's Burgers comics. I need a good home for them. I will consider that. I think that would still kind of dox where we live a little bit, even if it's a P.O. box. I don't know exactly how that works. But we can discuss that after the stream and see if that's something we want to do. Okay, Team Fortress Medic. That's a fun outfit. Okay, I need a much better reference this time. The other one I had was so tiny and hard to see. Get a P.O. box on the other side of the country and make a road trip every 6 months. Oh, they can be private? Okay. We will maybe consider that in the future. I don't know how expensive they are, and I don't know how often something like that would get used. But we'll discuss it privately after the stream. Oh, yeah, my documentary with Graycove I made, my teacher really liked and asked if she could show it as example in future years. That's fun. Gonna say it's real unlikely, Jasper. Cool. Also, crap, right, I gotta send you the audition lines. Sorry, Marshall, don't destroy me, please. Yeah, no, you're good, you're good. Okay, let's try and get this pose right. Like, arm out. Holding this really weird looking blaster thingy, don't know what it does. Still not gonna show you though, it's cringe. What? Come on, Luke. Yeah, that's not the whole quote. It's longer than that. Jasper has to type it out in pieces, I believe, because you're only allowed so many words per message. I'm pretty sure that's not the whole quote. That's a bad pose. Let's try again. That's the whole quote? Okay. I was once given the advice that to write a good story, you should write a world that you want to live in. Graycove came from my nihilistic belief that the Earth as a whole would be better off without human existence and interference. In the aftermath of the pandemic, the people of the world simply existed less, and that alone showed strongly in a brief period of environmental recovery. Yeah, that sounds like something I said. That's depressing. I hope you still don't think like that. I do. That is a firmly held belief, even though it might be a little depressing to some people. And that is fine to not agree with me. It is a strong opinion. But it is one that I most definitely believe. And not in a, like, self-destructive, like, it would be better if I didn't exist, kind of mindset, but just in that, humans have been a very destructive species to the planet, and not having humans would mean that the planet would be thriving significantly better. You know? That is all. So Graycove came from that, of seeing the betterment of the planet through lack of humans. But in a fun and goofy way, not in a scary, post-apocalyptic, like, everything is a nuclear disaster kind of way. So yeah, exactly what Jasper said. It's very funny when you're like, humans must still exist, when we repeatedly say, like, this is a world that we created out of the belief that we don't, like, the world would be better without humans. I watched a documentary once about if all humans just vanished and a lot of bad things, destabilization occurred without human maintenance. Yeah, that's specifically because of systems that people set up. So that's not the best like, yeah, those things need constant maintenance at the moment. But those are human inventions and human things, so if those things no longer existed, then all of the negative effects of having them wouldn't be there. Do you think Hazel would be great at playing Dance Dance Revolution? I do, but I think that if it was like those, the kind that you would like have at home where it's like those big kind of weird fabric pads that you like stomp on, I think she would break it. I think she would step too hard and would bust it within like a few days. I could see Hazel walking in when dancing on one of those Japanese DDR arcade machines. She wouldn't need the handrail. Yeah. I believe humanity in spirit is still in the Graycove universe. The conscious is still there. I personally don't think the Earth is saved. It's just the doomsday clock has been delayed. Like, the animals in Graycove will mess up the world again, so I guess my perspective is double negative tears that the world is better off when no life exists. Yeah, I disagree with that for a couple of reasons that I can't exactly share because spoilers. But you are 100% valid in your opinions. To each their own and all that. Okay, we should probably start trying this character's outfit. Okay, so it looks like a lab coat kind of thing that crosses over. Maybe I should draw this weird looking weapony thing first. I need to move her arm back a little bit. I think Crispy just verbalized a huge theme in our story, though, to be honest. Yeah, let's leave it at that, Jasper. We don't want to give too much away. Someone tell me what this weird weapon does. I mean, there's like a health pack on the back. It kind of just looks like something that just sprays blood. I'm like, what is this device for? So I don't have to look it up. It sprays healing. It's a healing laser beam. That makes perfect sense, okay. It looks like something that sprays blood at people. Hello, welcome back. Hazel's adorable. That's good. Okay, looks like this thing loops back. It shoots a beam of healing that connects to a guy. It's not just like a straight line. No, I get it, Marshall. I think take back the part where it's, I believe it's more like I fear it might be true, where intelligent life can ultimately be dangerous. Okay, yeah, I would agree with that sentiment. Ocean, I can't even explain how we got to philosophical nihilism. Marshall quote is how we got here. Yeah. It can be dangerous, is up to us. Fair enough. Whenever I hear the word nihilism, it just makes me think of the way Chidi says it in The Good Place. In that scene where he's making a giant chili in front of his class after having like a mental breakdown. Because he says it in just such a funny way, the way he pronounces it, or like the inflection he puts into it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so funny. Yeah, his little put the peeps in the chili pot was a verbal tick for a long time after watching that. I'm just gonna say this over and over and over again while I'm cooking. I love The Good Place so much. Agreed. Fantastic show. I've watched it a couple of times. Absolutely love it. Yeah, you guys need to start looking at the wiki again. It's very behind. It's cool that we have one, but it's missing a lot of stuff. I look at it once in a while. Okay, this collar kind of goes like that. Kind of lines up with that one. Graycove has a Discord. There's an unofficial Discord that we're, like, Jasper and I are not a part of. Yeah, we also don't touch the Graycove Wikipedia. It's a fan thing. We're not supposed to make any changes to it. Okay, this character has big gloves on, it looks like. Like a little symbol on the arm. Looks like a just this. And then there's a second shirt on under this jacket with a little tie. And it looks like the bag connects to a belt around the waist, so I'll put it right here. And maybe a little bit higher. So the straps come down like this. Yeah. It's a little hard on Hazel because she is quite skinny to fit all these details, but this works. Jasper, Marshall, you can lurk on the Discord if you want. Yeah, then you know our Discord names, and I use Discord for my other work. And to be honest, I already get enough messages on Discord. I have a particular hatred of group chats. I don't like getting spammed with messages that aren't directly for me. So no offense to you all, but I'm probably not going to join. And like, I already check YouTube and Webtoon and Coffee and Patreon and Instagram and TikTok on a way too regular basis already. So I kind of don't want to add any more social media to that list. Okay, then he's got weird looking pants on. But you can't really see because they'll be under this jacket. Suggestion for the game, there should be an ostrich racing activity. You can double your currency if the ostrich you bet on wins. That's fun. I had an idea forever ago of there being like the smaller folk in society, like mice, rats, weasels, stuff like that, having their own like bird races where mice like ride on hawks and stuff and have to race them, and it's doubly dangerous because the hawks want to eat them. So it's like an extreme sport. Hey guys, can we switch off Doomerism? I want to talk about crashing Crispy into the sun. I kind of like this one. She looks like a creepy doctor. Okay, then the pack kind of pops up a little bit from what I can see. Looks like some kind of red tank on this side. She is a creepy doctor. I'll save real quick. I would break my leg so she could staple it back together. Okay, let's start cleaning these guys up now. Yep, control S. Thank you. Okay, we'll switch back to Soldier Guy's picture. Make the liner a little bit thicker. I was working on 2 points. Because that's the default for the pencil I use for whatever reason. When Marshall does the finished version of this, I'll make them do the Uber Charge colors. I don't know what that means. Is that like the blue one of the soldier guy? Because I was seeing that and I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Basically means they're glowing and extra powerful. Sounds like Hazel. Blue fits Griff because blue represents Graycove in my eyes. Yeah, that's fair. Ugh, these hands look wonky. I stopped drawing Griff for one chapter and suddenly I forget how. There's a Graycove banner on the guard post, whatever color that is, I guess. That's a blue color. I don't know specifically which one, but it is blue. I can't really see the details of the grenades very well. Oh, this picture's a little bit better. Yeah, I'm trying to hatch some eggs in Pal World and y'all be distracting me. You're supposed to be a part of this. What are you doing playing Pal World? Obviously, I'm joking. I'm playing Mating Season RPG right now. Could you guys keep it down? I mean, I'm playing Testing Graycove right now. Great. We need more chill hop, the playlist keeps repeating. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I need to add more to the list. I go through like their whole playlist that they have available and add them, cause some of them really bug me, and I don't want to have to listen to all of them necessarily when I'm streaming. And I don't want you guys to be annoyed if the song seems annoying to me. Yeah, it's one of those things where we just keep saying, I should add more music and I should fix the audio, and then we don't. I do mean to do it. I have the intention to do it. I just don't get around to it. If you Google Graycove Twitter, we get an AI overview that shows all our links. That's really strange. I was not aware of that. this one's coming out too far. Let's back it up a little bit. Marshall, you're lucky DeviantArt doesn't have lots of Graycove fan art. At least you didn't get the Zootopia fan art treatment. Yeah. Let's do our best to keep it that way, right guys? The DeviantArt fan art of Graycove that does exist is demonic though, just actually diabolical. Yeah, maybe don't look it up. One of the like first fan arts we ever saw for the series, and it haunts me to this day. I saw the first fan art in DeviantArt too. I got whiplash from it. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, we had a big storm last night. That's why we had to cancel the stream, which was very annoying. Like, and I love storms, but once they get to the scary level, they're a lot less enjoyable. I'm immune to the psychic damage from years of internet-based trauma. I feel bad for fans who have to see it. I feel bad that I had to see it. this whatever kind of weapon it is definitely does not look completely accurate to the picture that I'm using. But it's a very blurry picture again, so I'm doing my best. If I do a rocket launcher, okay, that's kind of what I thought it was. If I do a final version of this, then I'll draw it better. But you guys should probably vote on the next thing soon. This must be flattened up. Bojack Griff does sound kind of fun. Please don't choose maid outfit. Texas doesn't have much hurricanes, but we get tornadoes all the time. Yeah, we don't get tornadoes, and tornadoes and like earthquakes and stuff are stuff that I have always been very scared to experience. Control S, thank you. I'm in Illinois and we get tornadoes. Yeah, that sounds terrifying. No, thank you. I've never been affected by one, thankfully. Well, that's good. By the way, Marshall, since you said that you rage at hard games, I want to say the RPG will unfortunately be challenging. Yeah, but RPGs being challenging is a little bit different than like trying to play like Bloodborne, where it's like fighting and dodging stuff. Like, I can make decisions in a game and that's fine, but when I have to like stress and be fast and dodge and like fight and all that stuff, that's the kind that makes me really mad. Especially when the game is designed for you to have to die and then play the same parts over and over again, I just get annoyed. So like, I'm sure it'll be fine. And if I'm really, really terrible at it, I'll get Jasper to help me. Okay, we'll still make you a player's guide. That sounds good. Thanks, Crispy. Marsh does not want to do pixel art, lol. I wouldn't mind doing pixel art if I was doing it off of stream, because I've never done it before. And I would want to figure out the strat for it. Please never draw in that style. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to draw in that style. I don't like it. I've never drawn in this style, but I've had to do, like, gross-ups for Red Pants and some of their shorts. And they're not the most fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if Meat Canyon won, I would have just not done it. No thanks. Also, I think we've done the bird one before. I do like the Bojack one, so that's nice. I have to decide what kind of outfits they should be wearing. I think you drew Hazel as a magpie. I did. Which was definitely foreshadowing the current chapter. And I was curious if anyone would pick up on that. I can't remember if I just straight up said that during the stream. You might get shot. The orangutan has a gun in their enclosure. Why? Funny. Yeah, you got Russell to be a Kiwi. With a lit match, right? Yep. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Should probably finish her ears. Are you drawing your characters as Team Fortress 2 characters? Yes, I am. As per the votes, we're drawing them as Team Fortress 2 characters. water. Just a little bit. Will there be a currency guide for Graycove? Maybe at some point. I think you said the currency is based on the weight of nuts and bolts. Yeah, that's... I think that is what we decided on. We had like a long conversation about it quite a while ago, and we were kind of going back and forth on what we wanted it to be. Hello, thank you for joining us. The only time currency is mentioned is in Macon Shop, right? Yeah, he has a board on his wall that you can kind of see in the background, where I put a currency on it. Okay, thanks for joining us, Luke. Have a good rest of your night. Oh, you guys kind of like the Saturday? We're probably not going to switch to Saturdays permanently, but we might do more Saturdays in the future. Just because we do like D&D and like my family does a lot of stuff on the weekends. That kind of stuff. So Saturdays are usually pretty busy. Like, we were busy earlier today because my parents needed help putting docks in the lake at their cabin. So we're probably not going to switch to Saturdays, but we might do them more often moving forward. The only thing I do for Pride Month is be gay. Nice. Yeah, we usually do, like, I like doing Fridays, because usually we're free Friday evenings. Not always, but, like, for the most part. And, like, it's right before the weekend, so we figure if people are staying up late, it's less of an issue if it's right before the weekend. Not always, not for everyone, obviously, but you can't make everyone happy. Yeah, we don't really do anything in particular for Pride Month. I've gone to a couple Pride parades, but parades in general are kind of a sensory overload, so I don't go super often. And I haven't gone in the last few years. Yeah, we've said it a few times. We're not furries, but a large portion of our fans are, and we appreciate the support, obviously. But like, you do you. To each their own, all that stuff. Okay, there's a lot of details on this part of the laser beam thing that I'm not going to add right now. If I do a final version, then I will probably add that kind of stuff. But it's more like shading, it looks like. It's kind of hard to see in the picture I'm looking at. But I think as long as I get the base shape down, that's the important thing. Make this arm a little bit wider so it looks like she's wearing a glove. I kind of forgot about it. You never heard of Red Ball? Hmm. It is a very neat book series. And it's kind of not the vibe that we're going for, but it's a vibe that I really like in like books, TV, stuff like that. Like, I love Secrets of Nim, that kind of stuff, where it's like a whole rodent society with like their own inner workings and lore and all this cool stuff. I like that kind of stuff, you know? Like, that was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit older than you guys. Jasper, maybe don't ask for names on YouTube. That doesn't feel like our business. Oh, 20? Okay, yeah, we are older than you. Marshall and Jasper are 46 and 48. Ah! Oh no. Jasper Pan Crispy. I'm just going off of vibes, frankly. Oh no. Okay. And there we have it. Obviously not perfect, and we're missing some of the details that I can't really see in the pictures. But like, it's a solid sketch. We might clean this one up in the future. They look kind of fun. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the Bojack one for Griff and Russell. And then that might be the last one for the evening, just because I think that one's going to take a bit longer. I'm going to take a very quick break, though, just to have a drink and maybe find them some outfits for their characters. And I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I just needed a brief break to get over the psychological trauma of Crispy saying I'm 40. But it's fine. It's fine. So let's get started. We're gonna do Bojack style griff first. I was not reading the chat at all, so I missed a lot. Sorry. But yeah, let's start with just a quick pose. We're just doing a basic standing pose, nothing too crazy. You sounded like Jennifer Coolidge for a second there, Marshall. I don't know who you're talking about, but I feel like it was not a compliment. Moving on. Jasper ban him. Moving on. Jennifer's awesome. Oleg's wife from Two Broke Girls. As awesome as she is, that's not the vibe I'm going for. Marshall, we got into furries and furry protogens. Okay. Always you with the bands. God, I haven't drawn a person shaped thing in a long time. I feel very rusty. Okay, so he would still have the kind of like thick neck fluff. Let's have him looking to the side a little bit because straight on is kind of an awkward. Awkward pose. I feel like for Griff, the kind of style of clothes I want him to wear is like vaguely grunge. Like not quite, but a little bit. And I'm not really sure about Russell. I'm gonna keep thinking about his. You'd still have the kind of thick eyebrows, but not as thick as we usually draw them. Generic 90s grunge song. Yeah, the chat's getting a little weird. Let's maybe move on to another topic. Hey guys. Here's one. What aesthetic of clothing do you think Russell would wear? Hawaiian shirt. Okay. We'll give him a jacket. Oh, thanks, Jasper. He just brought me his Hawaiian shirt for reference. It's the only piece of clothing he has that we have to look out for when we wash it because he doesn't want it to go through the dryer because it is that precious. Okay, that's actually not a bad hand. I was sweating having to draw hands. Okay, let's just make this one as like button shirts. I think a baggier jacket. Those like breast pockets and zipper. Kind of baggy pants. Loved the hole in the wall clip. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I don't know what the Czar currency is, but thank you very much. Just like regular jeans for him, I think. South Africa. Oh, that's cool. I probably should have looked up some boots or something. Yeah, let's give him sneakers. How much an average donation to Marshall be? Yeah, don't worry about that. We don't want you to make a donation unless you can like you have disposable income and it's not going to put any kind of strain on your bank account. Like, don't worry about it. It's fine. We're good. Like, they're always appreciated, but we don't want you to think that we by any means expect donations at all. Well, you guys have jobs outside of this, right? Or is YouTube and the comic your main source of income? I do a little bit of work on the side with Red Pants Productions, but for the most part, for myself, YouTube, the comic, Patreon, Coffee, like those are my main sources of income, but Jasper has a full-time job for the summer. Yeah, Jasper's in school right now, so he still has 1 year left, but in between semesters, he's working with a research group, which is very cool. That kind of looks like a griff. What do you guys think? And the tail. How does Bojack usually do ears? Okay, they do ear fluffs, just a little bit more detailed than this. Very nice griff, Marshall. Looks great. Awesome. Oops. Let's clean this up just a little bit. Here are some of these lines. We'll do a cleaner version after, but just to make it a little bit better. I picture he's wearing like full sleeves with the jacket. Or even like, let's give him in the classic grunge fashion. It's like sweater, vest on top, and then shirt underneath. So we'll give him a little hood sticking out too. Make him look like he's kind of chilly, you know? There we go. Okay, let's do Russell next. I need to look up an outfit that looks good with a Hawaiian shirt. That one looks good, I think. Okay. Marshall, have you ever done art fight? No, we haven't. I didn't know it really was a thing until I think like this year or last year. I don't think we really have time to do art fight. I don't know how much time goes into it, to be honest, but we're already kind of swamped, so I don't want to sign up for any more stuff. But, okay, so let's make Russell. They're still, like, they're drawn in human proportions. He's still gonna be a little bit shorter than Griff, I think. Even though Griff is already kind of a short guy. And I think a bit scrawnier. You better give Russ his frozen margarita. That's funny. We're just doing some basic standing poses. These ones are probably going to be our last for the evening, just because they take longer to sketch and then we have the cleanup and everything. Kind of a longer but skinnier face. Probably just regular eyebrows for him. Russell got the Herb Kazazz fit. Oh yeah, I forgot Herb. Where's... Let me look him up just to remember. Yeah, I always remember him in like the plaid suit. Or like when he has cancer and he's wearing the like blue shirt and sweatpants. But yeah, there's also a shot of him wearing a very funky shirt. I wouldn't let you guys force Marshall to draw something they don't want to do. What were they gonna force me to draw? Yeah, like, if something wins a poll that I very, very strongly don't want to draw, I'm not going to. Ultimately, like, you guys get to choose out of a list, but I'm not gonna draw something that I, like, fully despise or don't feel comfortable with. Marshall's played most of the Assassin's Creed games. I don't think I've played most of them. I've played some of them. And I think the only one I've actually fully finished is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That makes me a little bit thinner. Right now I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3. Nice. I think I played through most of Black Flag. And I think I played through most of Odyssey. That might be it. Guys, let's vote. We got Cute, Bluey, Family Style, Epic Night, AU, The Marshall, Impartial, Mental Destroyer 9000, Bojack. I don't know what you just did, but it exploded my ear, so don't do that again. I don't think I did anything. I might have without realizing it, so sorry. I'm good, it's all good. It's been a few minutes, I didn't hear anything. That could have been your headphones? Took you too long to respond? Oh, okay. Short first. Failed a quick time event and got flashbanged personally. That's funny. You know what, I had an ad around that time, so maybe that actually saved me from the Marshall sound waves. That's funny. I don't know, maybe I accidentally tapped on the mic or something. Jasper moved it so it's right next to me. Control S. I saved. We're good. Marshall, would you ever do a gaming stream, like maybe not you playing a game unless you want to, of course, but like group games that we could join, like Gartic Phone or Scribble or something like that? I don't know if we would ever do a group game because I don't exactly know how we would set that up. We did do Minecraft where we had people joining the realm, and like the realm is still there. It's still accessible. Russell's gonna get shorts. Like the really baggy cargo shorts with huge pockets because they're good for thieving. And then probably just like a plain t-shirt underneath. Or a t-shirt with like something really dumb cartoon on it. You're getting ads every 8 minutes? That shouldn't be right. I set them up so that they should be going off every 30 minutes. Because I didn't want people to be just... Okay, maybe I exaggerated. Okay, but like genuinely let us know how often you're getting ads. Because it should be like every 25 to 30 minutes. Every 8 minutes is horrible. I like your music taste. This is not my music taste. This is just free music. We can't play the music that I like, partially because you would all get annoyed, because I've been told by multiple people I have bad taste in music, and because we would get a copyright strike or something. Ugh, I don't like drawing people legs on a Russell. Feels very weird. Would y'all ever make the comic and animated show if you had the money and team to do so? Yeah, absolutely. We totally would. It's just that we don't have the money to do so. And I would have a hard time hiring people on. Obviously, for an animated show, you would have to, but giving other people creative control over a project like this, where it's just been me and Jasper working on it, is hard. Okay, what kind of shoes do you think you'd be wearing? Also just like sneakers? I feel like this outfit says sandals, but I don't want to draw feet. None. Ugh, he would walk around barefoot. I don't want to draw feet. Oh god, it's been so long. Ugh, okay. No, I hate that. He's getting sneakers. He's wearing socks on grass. Oh, slippers is kind of funny. He can have slippers. Okay, I swear I know how to draw feet. It's just been a really long time. Kind of with rabbit ears on them. Bunny slippers. That feels Russell coated. Okay, let's give him the flowers now so it looks like a Hawaiian shirt. Would Russell wear Crocs with socks? Probably. Oh wait, BoJack characters don't have tails. What am I doing? Get out of here. Okay. Let's shrink him down. And a little adjustment there because he's a little crooked. And he's also slightly crooked. Prosthetic tail. Griff is a furry in the BoJack style. Okay. I'm also always here, but that's because Marshall has me chained to the couch. I read from the art book that the characters were supposed to have tails, but they forgot, and then it became too hard to animate. But if they canonically do have tails, we just don't see them. That's funny. Yeah, the couch chain is so long, he can still manage to get to work and leave the house and bring me Hawaiian shirts when I need a reference. So you admit you've chained the couch after dying it? Marshall electrocutes me every time I make an absurd comment. So then the chain has no point then if you can go anywhere with it. Marshall do better. No, the limit is just 2 hours in any direction from our house. A 2-hour drive, I should say. I think I might do all of the BoJack ones for the next completed stream art for on Patreon and Coffee, because I like the BoJack art style. It's fun. And like the last one was Hazel as Chell from Portal. And that was really fun, but that was kind of just like putting her in a costume. Where I feel like this one is like a distinct art style change. So it's a bit more of a challenge for me. The Chell one was fire, by the way. Thank you, thank you. I don't usually get comments on Coffee and Patreon, which is fine. I'm not worried about it, but I never know if people like what I'm posting or not. Occasionally there are comments. Who cares what they like or dislike as long as you like it yourself? That's fair. Marshall, of course, we like what you're posting. I love your stuff. Well, thank you. That's nice to hear. I just want to, like, if people are paying to have a subscription to Patreon or Coffee, I just like knowing that they like the stuff I'm posting on there. Like, obviously, I'm still gonna pick the stuff that I like 99% of the time. Now, why was Hazel green? Where was Hazel green? Just a plush of the town of Graycove in its full form, fully life-size, taking up multiple kilometers of space. I added a picture of Hazel, but she was green and had alien antennas. Oh yeah, I finally checked for like posts and stuff. Some of them get held, so like they disappear off of the page. And I'm not good at checking what's been held because I just don't think about it. And a lot of them were your posts, Crispy. And I don't know why they're being held because none of them were like inappropriate or whatever. But some of them were kind of old, so I wasn't sure if you wanted me to unhold them or not. Which I can do if you'd like. Sure, go ahead. Okay, I'll do that after, when I get a chance. Just send them all through. I think it's because they had swearing. Probably. I don't really care about that. So does the comic. I only avoid swearing during these streams, and sometimes I avoid it for the shorts, just because for streaming, like, we might get in trouble. I don't know exactly what they'll do. But for the shorts, we'll get limited ad revenue if there's a lot of swearing. So, like, the last one with the Komodo dragon got limited. I need to move this arm over a little bit. And up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. I think we're only gonna get to cleaning up Russell for tonight because it is after 9:30 and I'm starting to get tired. But I'm gonna do all of the BoJack versions of them for next month's completed stream art. So you'll get to see Russell then. For our Patreon and coffee people. And he's not gonna change all that much, honestly, from this. Like, Griff's was a bit more complex because there was more layers and stuff and a lot messier. Sit a little too short. Oops. That's okay. Roughly 25 minutes between the last. Okay, that's good. That should be that is what it's set for, so all good. Okay, let's get some little rips in these jeans. Okay. Well, I think that's about it for the night. Yeah, we made some really cool ones. I'll bring them all up so we can see them. Just give me 1 second. There we go. I don't want to lose the rough sketch underneath, but I just want to hide it for now. Let me just make this canvas much larger. Just bump it up to 6,000 pixels, should be good. Yeah, I'm really glad that we were able to stream tonight because I felt so bad having to cancel 2 streams in a row. Oh, there we go. Right, we only did the line art for the Hazel one. And the tips of her ears got cut off. Oh no. Yeah, I think we made some pretty cool ones tonight. I really like these ones. Sometimes at the end of it I'm like, oh my god, I made nightmares. Like, these are horrible. But yeah, I'm really glad we could stream tonight. It'll be same time, or not same time, but the usual time next week of Friday. Yes, Control S, thank you. And yeah, if you haven't seen the new comic page yet, it's been out since yesterday, and the week after this week's page is up on Ko-fi and Patreon if you want a sneak peek. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.